Hi, I'm Nicole Scott for Netbook News, and I'm here to do an extended review of the PadFone docking station. I've already got an extended review of the PadFone up, so if you want to check that out, it's right over here. And if you're interested in the hardware, the specs, everything like that, that's all in my previous reviews. We probably have a dozen videos up detailing the PadFone and everything that it gets up to. But what I'm doing for you today is giving you my impressions of the PadFone docking station after about 6 weeks of use. Now, it hasn't worked its way into my usage scenario. And the main reason for that is because of this. I have an Ultrabook. This is an ASUS ZenBook UX31, and it's fabulous. If you compare it to the docking station, the PadFone docking station is heavier. And if I'm given the choice between this or this, I'm going to choose this because this is a full computer, right? I get everything, and all of my stuff's on there. Here, I'm limited to email, docs, games, surfing, right? With this, I have a full internet experience, and this is heavier. Now, for the PadFone and the dock itself, I do like the way that it does slide into the back. It's a really comfortable experience to dock it, and it really is amazing to have like a full 20, 30 hours of battery life. I mean, it goes on forever and ever and ever. I mean, it's really an amazing machine when you think about maybe taking it away for the weekend and you're not doing any work, if you just want to use something for surfing. The other thing that I've noticed is that it's really not worthwhile just to get the PadFone top dock, right? You're definitely going to want to get the keyboard as well. Because the PadFone dock is thick, it's extremely thick, and it's extremely heavy. So for me, with all of the other tablets that are out there, why would I choose something so heavy? So it's actually a much more natural experience if you dock the PadFone dock into the keyboard, and that way when you have it sitting on your lap, you don't actually have to hold it. I know it's a really expensive tablet holder, but it makes the PadFone a lot more useful because you don't actually have to carry it, you don't get arm strain or wrist strain, and it's just a little more natural to have it positioned into the dock, and then you can type whenever you want. I mean, the keyboard is a really fantastic function. Now, I got a lot of comments about the fact that I thought that the PadFone phone screen was too small for me, that I just kept on itching for something a little larger. They said, well, why don't you just use the PadFone dock? It's got the bigger screen. That would make sense. I'm like, yeah, actually, you're 100% right. That 100% makes sense. That you could put it in, and if you're surfing on the browser, it'll naturally switch over. The dynamic app switching actually is a really cool function. I'll just touch on that for a quick sec. But the problem with the dynamic app switching is that the API isn't open to developers. So unless it's any of the standard Google apps, so ASUS has their own email app, you have to use the native Android browser. You have to use the native YouTube, right? That comes with the browser. All of that switches seamlessly. The contacts, the email, the browsing, the camera, any games that I'm playing or any other apps that aren't ASUS apps, you have to reload them, you have to start over, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So the apps that you're going to be able to use seamlessly between the phone and the dock are quite limited. But the thing is that if I'm given the option of carrying this, that is something so heavy, or if I have in the office the Samsung Galaxy Tab 7.7, of course I'm going to carry this. The 7.7 I think is the best tablet on the market. I'm totally in love with it. It fits into my purse, it fits into my bag, it even can, it can technically fit into my back pocket of my jeans if I wanted it to. It might look a bit stupid, but I could still do it, right? So I mean, this is a mobile tablet to me. It's something that's easy to take around. This, it's thick and it's heavy. So if you're saying, well, if you want to grab a tablet, because I have the option, I know not everyone does, but I have the option to grab the 7.7, so I'm obviously going to do that. For a mobile usage scenario, that's something that works out way better for me. So if you want something where you're going to be using this for the tablet aspect, think about how mobile the tablet's going to actually be if it's this thick and heavy. The bonus side is that it continuously charges your phone. So that's definitely amazing. Same with the dock. That everything charges the phone is kind of great because I'm always carrying around an extra battery or an extended battery pack. So who should pick up the PadFone with docking station? I mean, I think the usage scenario for all of the Transformer hybrids is extremely specific. Even though this looks like a netbook, it's not, right? This is not a full-blown computer. The browsing experience is going to be a little more limited. I mean, yeah, the games and everything, they look fantastic, but if you just can't replace a full-blown computer with this. If your expectations are email, Facebook, taking notes, modifying some documents, so light stuff, light internet-based stuff, it really is fantastic. So this is definitely something that you should pick up. If you're not looking to do any kind of photo editing or any kind of video editing, yeah, it's possible, but you definitely can't do that on this machine. The usage scenario, for me, just it hasn't worked out. I haven't found a place. We have the original Transformer, the Transformer Prime, and we have this, and they just haven't worked their way into my usage scenario. I tried taking them to the show floor to do some blogging. These are mobile processors. I mean, it's a phone powering this. So multiple tabs being open, I mean, technically Android is multitasking, but it's not the multitasking that you're used to on your computer, right? So people think that because this has a keyboard docking station that it can do that. And I'm telling you right now it can't. So you kind of need to adjust your expectations. If you're using this because you want to have a tablet, it's a $200 add-on from the phone. I really suggest that you get the keyboard docking station to act as a stand because it does get quite heavy. So that's been my extended review of the PadFone docking station. Like I said at the beginning, if you're after a lot more details on the software, the apps, we have shot all of that when we first got the PadFone about a month and a half ago. So if you're after benchmarks, details on hardware, details on the docking station, we have all of that over here in our PadFone playlist. This was just to let you know how the PadFone station has worked out in my usage scenario after 6 weeks of owning it. So I'm Nicole Scott for Netbook News, giving you my 2 cents on the PadFone.